Have you felt it lately? That strange silence, like the world is shifting, but no one's speaking about it. People who once drained you are suddenly watching from a distance, confused, unsettled, because your absence now speaks louder than every word you ever gave. This isn't just detachment, it's cosmic realignment. Mercury is moving into Punarvasu, and it's not just a transit, it's a turning point. You're not fading, you're evolving. And trust me, they feel it. It's happening. Everyone took you for granted, but now your quiet absence speaks volumes louder than words ever could. As Mercury transitions into Punarvasu, an understated cosmic shift that few are discussing, prepare for profound changes affecting both you and those around you. This celestial alignment triggers a sacred return, not of people into your life, but of crystal clarity within your soul. You'll naturally begin distancing yourself from those who diminished you, drained your energy, undervalued your worth, and ignored your light. They will feel the void of your absence more powerfully than they ever felt your presence. You're not dramatically exiting. You're simply no longer providing entry. And believe this, they will take notice. Your energy, once freely given, is now carefully guarded. As your awareness heightens, your unspoken truths will resonate the loudest. If you've noticed subtle changes lately, like someone's tone shifting towards you, feel free to share your experience below if it resonates. Consider leaving 555 with your thoughts to align with this transformation unfolding over the next 48 hours. And if you found yourself speaking less, but with greater impact when you do, stay tuned because there's a specific cosmic influence behind this change. I'll explain it shortly, so keep watching. But first, let's address something crucial. What if those who hurt you attempt to return? What if the universe is testing your resolve by presenting them again? Remember, not every return is a blessing. Some are tests disguised as opportunities for reconciliation. This energy is magnetic. It pulls, it entices, it replays cherished memories just enough to make you question your boundaries. Don't be deceived. Yes, they may circle back, reach out casually, reappear as if nothing changed. But watch carefully. Most won't come bearing apologies. They'll come with requests. They'll approach with familiar warmth and artificial smiles, hoping you've forgotten their true nature. This isn't the universe delivering what you've been missing. It's testing whether you can distinguish between missing something and requiring it. Here's what makes this particularly challenging. These returning energies won't appear toxic. They'll feel familiar, comfortable, easy. That's precisely the trap. You're at a crossroads. One path leads back into depleting cycles, the other towards a new era where your peace requires no external validation. Choose thoughtfully. You created distance, yet they continue orbiting you. Here's their unspoken truth. Your silence amplified their noise, not in substance, just in volume. When you withdrew your energy, they began mimicking you. Your speech patterns, your movements, your expressions, your ideas, even your quietude. But it falls flat because it was never about the words alone. It was about the authentic frequency behind them. Mercury's influence has been working through you, transforming truth into resonance, depth into clarity. People attempt to carry your essence, but they only grasp the surface. No substance, just echoes. When you're present, they take it for granted. When you're absent, they study your memory like it holds answers. But they miss the point. You were never performing. You were channeling. Now that you're gone, they chase echoes, trying to replicate an energy they never truly understood. It would be amusing if it weren't so telling, because while they mimic the surface, you've evolved beyond recognition. You haven't vanished. You've become too authentic to be found in familiar spaces. The more they attempt to duplicate your presence, the more obvious it becomes. You're not just gone. You're irreplaceable. Your essence wasn't a mood. It was a moment of divine alignment. And that moment has passed. The impact lingers, but they can't replicate it because Mercury doesn't reward imitation. It blesses authentic frequency. While they create copies, you're evolving into something entirely new. peace isn't found in silence. It's discovered when you stop engaging with what never deserved your attention. It's remarkable how quiet the mind becomes when you cease trying to rationalize the irrational. This alignment isn't merely cosmic. It's surgical, severing connections you didn't realize were depleting you. All that overthinking, those mental replays of past conversations, wondering if they understood, if they cared, if you should have said more, it vanishes instantly, like a psychic cleanse, not because you found answers, but because you no longer need them. The truth is, Mercury in this position eliminates unnecessary mental noise, static and background processes running on autopilot. You're no longer fixated on closure. You're not mentally pacing in circles. You're not solving anything because there's nothing left to solve. In that silence, something new emerges, not distractions or empty new chapters, but authentic, aligned destiny ideas, visions, clarity, even forgotten desires. They surface naturally, not because you're searching, but because you've created space. You're not healing anymore. You're upgrading. And that's the unexpected shift. When they lost you, they thought you were disappearing. They had no idea the universe was reconstructing you line by line. This isn't absence. This is divine recalibration. As mental clarity returns, something else quietly emerges. Your creative power, your ability to channel, and a future that doesn't compensate for the past, but reveals what was always meant for you. Finally, unobstructed. But be selective about what enters this space next, because what you accept now shapes your next evolution. They don't understand you anymore because they were never meant to in the first place. You've noticed it, haven't you? The subtle shift in how people look at you, that confusion in their voice when they ask about you, trying to identify what's different but unable to articulate it. Some might call it distance, others might label it coldness. Some think you're distracted. But here's the truth. You're not harder to read because you're hiding. You're harder to read because you're no longer broadcasting. This shift hasn't made you mysterious. It's made you selective. Previously, people could read your energy like an open book. Now that book is sealed. Unless someone's intention matches your depth, they receive nothing in return. This isn't about being guarded. It's about cosmic filtration. Surface-level interactions short-circuit. Shallow check-ins feel invasive. Mercury isn't amplifying volume. It's tuning frequency, meaning if someone can't listen beyond words, they'll hear nothing at all. You haven't changed. You've stopped translating yourself for those who never truly listened. As this energy intensifies, it becomes clear who only knew the version of you that over-explained, overshared habitually, or diluted your truth for palatability. That version is dissolving. When people look at you now, they see reflection instead of familiarity. You've become a mirror, one that only reflects what's authentic, raw, intentional. Yes, this will confuse people. It might frustrate them because their old methods of accessing you no longer work. You're still present, still grounded, still there, but the part of you they used to grasp is no longer public domain. This shift isn't rejection. It's redirection. The aligned ones will know how to approach, not with questions or assumptions, but with presence, energy, truth. Because that's the only language you now speak. Sometimes silence becomes the most powerful presence. What if your quiet wasn't confusion but calibration? What if your sudden pause, your reluctance to speak, explain, or defend, wasn't withdrawal but divine protection from expression that would have leaked power instead of illuminating your path? This isn't about ignoring people. It's about being divinely withheld, cloaked, protected from expression that would diminish rather than empower. Not everyone deserves to hear your evolved voice. The one shaped by clarity, refined by absence, upgraded by truth. Some were only meant to hear your echo, the aftermath, not the source. That's why Mercury's current alignment isn't just quieting noise, it's securing the vault. Your thoughts feel weightier, not from negativity, but from sacred significance. Words aren't just words. They're spells, contracts, commitments. That's exactly why the universe is selective about access. You're not being quiet. You're being encrypted. Sometimes the cosmos allows free expression, and sometimes it consciously restrains your voice saying, "Not yet." This is such a time because certain truths you've accessed need integration before sharing, not for posting, debating, or diluting through exchanges with those who can't match your frequency. Your silence isn't absence, it's alignment. Some will misinterpret it. They'll assume you're avoiding, hiding, retreating. But they don't understand that silence doesn't mean you're not speaking. It means you've outgrown the need for the wrong audience's understanding. If you felt misunderstood lately, good. You weren't meant to be understood right now. You were meant to be missed. That void, that tension, that echo of your presence, that's exactly the medicine the universe prescribed. Some rejections aren't rejections at all. They're redirections dressed as silence. Consider this perspective. What if this isn't about disappearing? What if it's not even about choosing silence? What if you're being hidden? What if higher intelligence moves like smoke behind a curtain, gently removing you from visibility, not as punishment or isolation, but as protection? Because now isn't the time for exposure, it's time for encryption. This shift is strategic. Mercury places a cosmic hand over your light, not to dim it, but to protect it until the world is truly ready. And honestly, most aren't. That friend who stopped reaching out, that opportunity that dissolved, that door that remained closed, it might appear as rejection, but from a higher perspective, it's something entirely different. You're not being rejected, you're being protected. Not everyone deserves front row access to your transformation. Not everyone can be trusted with your evolving self. This transit doesn't just blur signals, it filters audiences. Even close ones might feel distant. It's not always them stepping away. Sometimes it's something greater stepping between, placing you behind a veil, delaying responses, ending conversations, closing chapters. And it works both ways. You might be ghosting people unintentionally, skipping messages, canceling plans, ignoring calls, not from carelessness, but because your energy obeys something ancient. Your withdrawal isn't weakness. It's alignment with higher frequency. Sometimes those you think are abandoning you are actually protecting you. Sometimes what feels like loneliness is sacred holding. The universe concealing you so deeply even your ego can't find you. This is divine secrecy. You're being guarded like a message awaiting its proper destination. You're the song that plays only when the timing is perfect, and when it does, everything transforms. Until then, don't chase noise. You're not missing out. You're being intentionally held back. Your words stopped being loud when your energy started speaking. Have you noticed your recent quietude? Not from sadness or anxiety, but something sovereign, weighted, controlled, intentional, the kind of quiet that commands deeper listening. You speak only when necessary, and when you do, it pierces like lightning. This isn't temporary. It's transformation, not just emotional but cosmic. With Mercury ascending, your voice becomes transmission. Every sentence coded, every pause meaningful, every word traveling through unseen frequencies. The attuned will hear clearly, others will miss it entirely. That's the beauty. You're no longer seeking understanding. You're speaking for those who already resonate. No need for repetition, over-explanation, or softening your truth for digestibility. You speak your truth and let its energy carry the rest. This shift reprograms expression. Silence becomes punctuation. You've transcended debates, clarifications, small talk. You've evolved from conversation to communication, and at this level, it's beyond verbal. Your presence alone shifts atmospheres. A simple, "I'm fine," carries volumes of unspoken truth. This is Mercury's higher octave, not trickster or chatterbox, but oracle, and your voice is its vessel. You speak from alignment. Your words echo differently. Softer touch, deeper impact. You're not speaking less from exhaustion. You're speaking less because nothing needs proving. Those who feel this shift will either approach with reverence or retreat in confusion. Either way, you won't explain because you no longer speak for validation. You speak for resonance. If they don't feel it, it wasn't meant for them. Some weren't strong. They were standing on you. Truth is, many felt confident only in your presence, not from your support, but from measuring themselves against you. They mistook proximity to your power as their own, and when you withdrew, their illusion shattered. Mercury's new alignment isn't just spiritual, it's surgical. It exposes egos masked as confidence, reveals the scaffolding built from your validation, patience, attention. Now that scaffolding collapses, loudly, visibly, you never competed, but they did. You didn't play games, but they did. Your absence didn't diminish you. It exposed who needed your presence to feel significant. You didn't change, you just left. In leaving, you accidentally revealed truth. They seemed above you only while standing on your forgiveness, accessibility, loyalty. Now, with Mercury revealing all, they face themselves unfiltered. No comparisons, no distractions, just raw reality. Many dislike what they see. This energy doesn't punish, it reveals. It shows people they weren't unbothered. They were benefiting from your stabilizing presence. Now they feel their full emotional weight without you carrying it. They mistook silence for weakness, detachment for defeat. But they watch you move with clarity while their emotional compass spins. Because your power wasn't in words, it was in presence. With that gone, their illusion of control vanishes. Some don't grasp your worth until your energy becomes unavailable. This absence isn't quickly forgotten. It lingers, teaches, transforms, not from cruelty but necessity. When Mercury activates reflective frequency, it echoes not just words but everything unspoken. Every ignored message, every dismissed vulnerability, every truth withheld to maintain comfort. That discomfort arrives anyway, bringing clarity. Past conversations gain new meaning. Ignored tones become clear. They realize silence wasn't accidental but responsive. Your withdrawal became their mirror, showing unavoidable truth. This moment isn't revenge. You didn't plan this lesson. The universe intervened, and your silence teaches more than words could. When you step back, your absence becomes a screen projecting their behavior. Clear, unfiltered, undeniable. They're haunted not by your anger but their actions. If they're attentive, this could transform them. Mercury in sacred alignment offers opportunity for genuine remorse, growth, honest return. If not, that's fine too, because you've entered a new timeline where boundaries stand firm and energy costs too much for guilt trips and half apologies. Every silent step broadcasts. Every non-response teaches. Words stopped, but lessons began. Whether acknowledged or not, impact was felt. You never sought spotlight. You became it. Your presence was light, your compassion warmth, your loyalty gravity. They confused patience for passivity, grace for weakness, forgiveness for forgetfulness. Everything's different now. Silence worked. Distance spoke volumes. Now comes return, not for revenge or bitterness, but for light's emergence. This time it radiates from within. This was the cycle's purpose. Through darkness, confusion, self-doubt, questioning others' treatment, you emerged, not bitter but brighter, not colder but clearer, not smaller but sovereign. They're watching. They might return. Some already have. But terms have changed because now energy isn't freely given. Access isn't unlimited. This isn't permanent separation. It's conscious selection of who stands in your light and why. If someone approaches with genuine accountability, not fake apologies or manipulation but real growth, maybe they deserve another chance. Maybe they've learned, changed. Maybe they merit forgiveness. We've all needed second chances. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's sacred discernment for the worthy. This energy thrives on precision, not pride. You give from alignment, not comfort. You reserve light for those who reflect it carefully. If they couldn't honor absence, they don't deserve presence. You've evolved, reclaimed power. Those who truly see you now always did and always will. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content and want more, please subscribe. Your support means everything. Share your experiences in comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insights.